And all right, we're live. Let's see if this works. Let's cue the music. Let's see if we get in trouble or not. Hit it.
So this is called Help from Kobo, Kanaru. She's another Indo-Fusion VTuber. She's very cute. I have some really good clips of her too.
Pretty well decent walk cycle there, even with the shadow.
She's supposed to be like a water spirit or something. This is a really good song by her.
Pretty art's good. The shadowing's really nice. I like the transitions though. Like this reminds me of something that you'd see for a lot of the old anime. And when I was in college, this kind of stuff they tried to get us to do basic cycles like that, where okay, you're gonna animate your character, they're gonna be walking, they're gonna be moving, give us an expression sheet, give us an action sheet, they do stuff like that, and we do it on Photoshop. Essentially, at that time, they had just gotten into, okay, hey, forget about Flash, do it frame by frame using Photoshop, render it into a PNG sequence.
I brought up one of many clips for her, so you can get an idea of who she is. Very good at singing, but when you see her chaos, it's a little different.
Alright, not bad.
If I may ask, where do you come from?
I'm from Germany.
Oh, you're Germany!
Yes, I'm German.
You're Germany! Stardenborg.
It's from the meme.
Nabia. Oh, kiss. Hardenbart. Oh, German always works.
You know?
Yeah, that's just one of many.
Hilarious.
And bring up another one. This one's great. Her computer's basically falling apart during the Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, hilarious.
So her PC is basically bursting into flame, and just watch.
That frame rate is terrible. The audio sounds like it's cracking worse than my knuckles in a freezer.
Yeah, basically her PC is threatening to burst into flame during this.
Sounds like this thing I'm doing this off of when it gets in the sun. Oh God.
Excuse me.
Yeah, give us another funny one and we'll go into the
Ouch.
business. You know, I find it very interesting that we don't get in trouble for doing any of this kind of virtual tuber or artificial intelligence generating music. But God forbid we play like a popular band like Lynyrd Skynyrd, then oh shit, it's the end of the world. You know, I can't play Rob Zombie. Oh my God. God forbid. What happens if I play Elvis fucking Presley?
Here.
Here.
I'm already here.
What the
That.
fuck? What
Yeah,
the?
what the fuck?
How did you? Hold on. Kobo is winning once again. Oi, oi, oi. Hello, son.
Yeah. Where? Oh, yes. Hello, Daddy.
You waited for me.
Callie
That's
is
so
very
sweet.
good, but if we
Yeah,
play
Dad
one of her
teaches son
songs,
to
it
swear.
might actually get.
Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Kobo is too pure. You're
What?
too pure.
Her
For
songs are
curse
very
words.
good, though. I'll send you
Curse
them later.
words.
Word.
Yeah.
I like cursing.
You do? Okay, like what? What's your favorite curse word? What's your favorite?
Anjing.
Anjing. What does that
Yeah.
mean?
It's mean dog.
Da.
Dog.
Da.
Dog. Ino.
Ino.
Ino desu.
Ino
dog.
des. Dog. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Inu. Dog. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Probably likes
Bitch.
things, you know. Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we say bitch.
Okay.
Very
bitch.
cool. Yeah, bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a nice thing sometimes. It's a nice thing to say. Like, yeah, me and my bitches. You know?
Hey, me
Don't
with
you-
my bitches.
Don't you me. Don't you do that, chat. No. No. They're disappointed in me.
What?
Can't-
What
He's
did
talking
they
I
to
can't
say?
understand why.
Hilarious.
Callie ... which is like like Callie, and then there's a long silence. She's young, but not a child.
I'm legal. Okay, I can.
I'm
use
legal.
curse word now.
Yeah.
I'm growing. I'm what do you
Mhm.
say? What
I was
do you
looking
call it?
for this one.
I big people. No, cheater is bad, Dad.
No,
Don't
it's
be a
good.
cheater. Don't cheat on Mommy Kiwawa.
What? What? No, it's not that kind of. It's not that kind of thing. You are. It's a half. You're a half child.
I'm a half child. What do you mean?
Yeah. So Kiara is married to Amelia, but I'm married to myself. So you're half. We're not related. I mean, me and Kiara are not. This is getting complicated. You're adopted. I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but you're adopted.
I'm adopted.
Yes, but we love you. We both love you very much.
I'm dying. That's it. For getting trouble for that one. That's hilarious. Jesus. Anyway, since thankfully we don't get in trouble for that. This is episode 12 of the anti-color revolution until we can come up with a snappier title. So, yeah. Haven't gotten flagged yet, so that's good. We'll find out by tomorrow, but hopefully that goes over well. Funny as hell. It's dumb nonsense.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit. Not exactly my cup of tea, but
Yeah, kids these days and the damn computers and all that.
yeah, some wild stuff that they're into. Yeah, whatever. At least it isn't all the violent doom and gloom shit like we had in the late 20th century.
Oh yeah, Jesus. Yeah, no, I got the missus obsessed with that. She found this ancient Soviet film about some man spilling his coffee and accidentally nuking us into next century, called Letters from a Dead Man. And half the cast commits suicide just because, well, I'm irradiated and I'm living in somebody's basement. Oh well. Horribly.
Yeah, I think I remember that one.
Good film.
So the Stupid Times was asking in the chat, what do we think about the Iran war? It ain't a war. We're just shooting missiles at them.
Mm.
I do have a video on that.
But there you go.
Sure.
All right,
yeah,
let's-
if you want, yeah, we can get into that right from the get-go. I just wanted to start and end the stream with music that we may or may not get in trouble for, because so far it seems the artificial intelligence and the virtual people who are making music totally okay, but like anybody who's like a big
I'm trying to
guy
stay away
like-
from the big VTubers like that might be with like Universal and stuff.
yeah, like the ones that might be like big corporate. Yeah, okay, that's troublesome. So it's like, all right, we're gonna try and
The ones I'm showing you are corporate, but they're like their
Yeah,
stuff
we're not
isn't like
talking-
attached to a record label usually.
okay, yeah, they're precise. Yeah, they're not like Nuclear Blast Europe or something like that.
Yeah, they're not copyrighted.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get right into it.
Oh, you want me to get into that Iran video?
Yeah, our
Okay.
one guy who's watching the test stream is
So,
asking, why the hell not?
Yeah. So I know Scoob hasn't been here for any of them, but I found this YouTuber named Max Afterburner, and he's really good for this stuff.
I think I've seen him. It's possible. I watch everybody.
Guy does decent work.
Yeah, if his video covers like shit blowing up, I've probably watched him. That's a given.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, but while Crossfire's loading this up, just really quick about the Stupid Times here. He's a satirical journalist. He's basically, my opinion, the stuff he writes is better than The Onion. He's got a good gift for writing.
No way.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, very good. Definitely. I'm in his server. I'll shoot you both a link. You
Sure,
should
yeah,
definitely
we'll have
talk.
to give him stuff in the near future because we're doing.
do have it sharing, by the way.
All right,
Yeah.
end of it. We're doing a lot more goofy stuff nowadays.
Yeah, and he couldn't believe at first when we were talking because of my personality. He couldn't believe I was a Trump supporter, and I said, "Of course." I said, "I don't. If I haven't been clear about this in the past, I don't fucking like politicians. He pisses off every politician. So, yeah, why not vote for somebody that makes all? Have you seen? If you look at the footage of all the politicians, especially the left, the Democrats, but the rhinos also, how much they've aged since Trump has become president? That's fine for me. I can't stand these dirty bastards.
I have one name, Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, the turtle.
Uh,
I do have the video sharing, so
got it. All right.
All right, let's
Put it
get
up.
into
Let's
this.
roll.
Oh yeah, I know
Two
Max.
of Operation Epic Fury, and the AH-64 attack helicopter is absolutely dominating Iran's southern flank right now from the U.S. and from partner
we can
nations
stop
like the
whenever
United
we
Arab
have something to say.
Emirates.
So
Teamed up
Mhm.
with the A-10. It's kind of like that lethal duo up there. To me, it's like Batman and Batman. These legends are flying low and aggressive along the Persian Gulf coast and the Straits of Hormuz. The different approaches,
God, what a beautiful
especially
plane.
to the Straits of Hormuz, using Hellfire missiles and the M230 30-millimeter chain gun to intercept and destroy Iranian one-way attack drones like the Shahed variants, plus small boats. But let's take
Yeah.
a peek at the Shahed variant.
they're basically being used as drone hunters and for the like small, speedy watercraft.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, sounds like it's working better than Indians and their Hawks.
And really quick for anyone watching, the Strait of Hormuz is specifically that part that goes around the peninsula. Just in case anyone's wondering where the hell the Strait of Hormuz is, that's the Strait of Hormuz.
Thank you.
No problem.
Let's continue. Come on, hit the clicker.
Being absolutely crushed. This is actual footage right now of an AH-64 Apache taking it to these Shahed drones without any mercy. This is going to be a bad day for any of these Shahed drones. And again, Iran is sending them in,
nice.
striking energy infrastructure in UAE, Qatar, even hitting residential neighborhoods. But you can see these AH-64s are uniquely built for this with that 30-millimeter gun. one round from that, and that's destruction for these Shahed drones. The cheap Shahed drones, they cost somewhere around $25,000. So seeing the UAE strike them down with a bullet that probably costs about $1 is pretty epic. I think that's economy of warfare if I've ever seen it. And then meanwhile, the IRGC deputy commanders, again, we don't really know who's exactly.
That reminds me of how all the shills are like, oh, they're spending millions to get rid of $20,000 drones.
$1 a bullet? Are you kidding me? I remember when 7.62 by 39 cost that little. Kidding me? Oh.
In charge because most of the upper leadership has been eliminated, but they're basically spouting rhetoric about fighting to the very end until the aggressors leave the region. And then here's some quick member questions that have come up that I wanted to address. Again, just my perspective. Someone asked on the channel, have we been pressured into this by Israel? So I don't think we have. That's my perspective. To me, this is America first national security, and I will tell you why. Iran has chanted death to America for decades. They've raced towards a nuclear weapon, and we're actually getting reports that just came in a couple days ago from CIA Director John Ratcliffe, and he stated that while the U.S. strikes have prevented Iran from enriching new uranium to 60%, Iran still possesses a significant stockpile of 440 kilograms.
How much material do you think that'll lead to? How much do you think that leads into, like how many bombs they could make?
Ooh, let's see here.
At least a couple of warheads.
Also, yeah, the maintenance of the heli for sure. But
No way!
overall, I think it's cheaper than like large amounts of missiles or whatever. But even then, we're in the infinite money glitch.
I like the fact that we're very affordably eliminating our enemies, and the Feral Cat Wrangler informed us that apparently, according to Liberal Hive Mind, we may have reached a conditional surrender and/or peace treaty with the Iranians.
Of 60% enriched uranium, which is considered weapons-grade material and enough to potentially produce at least 10 nuclear weapons. And we've seen reports.
Catch that?
60%, huh? That's enough for a
60%
dirty bomb. I can see that.
enrichment, and that could be up to 10 nuclear warheads.
Yeah, because when we were trying to negotiate with them, they said, hey, we have enough material to make 11 nukes. And we said, no, we're going to make that 0 nukes. And they said, well, how are you going to do that? And we just basically went, and then boom, they were in a good portion of their
Most of that was likely stuck in some of the compounds that were struck in the 12-day war and also recently, Isfahan, Natanz. However, it looks like there's potential movement around those sites, so we don't know exactly where all of that uranium is right now. So that leads me to this question. The U.S., in my opinion, is just unwilling to risk the fact of Iran having that nuclear weapon with their new and upgraded ballistic missiles because their ranges are increasing on their ballistic missiles. They just fired ballistic missiles towards Diego Garcia. They were taken down. That is a big step for Iran. And we're seeing that their missile capability is getting bigger and bigger. So to me, the main focus here is to keep Iran from having a nuclear missile that could reach the United States. And then, oh, by the way, Iran at some point, if they get a nuclear weapon, they're likely going to use it on Tel Aviv. So we're talking hundreds of thousands of deaths. And then Israel's going to have to respond. So then we have a nuclear war on our hands. So I look at it right now, and something that I think is really smart is to not allow Iran to have anything close to a nuclear weapon, especially.
And people say the reasons for the war aren't clear.
It's been very clear. It's just that people are taking their own takes on it and going, well, maybe this, maybe that. And it's like, look, it went like this. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, gentleman and dude in the audience. We went to negotiate with them, and they told us we don't want to negotiate, and we have enough material to make 11 nukes. And it's like, we didn't say you could make nukes. You know, we hit you last time you were supposed to be not making nukes, and this is not negotiable. And they said, you know, well, go fuck yourselves. And we said, no, we're not going to get fucked by you. You are going to get fucked by us. Assume the position.
They were saying that was their starting point.
Yeah. Yeah, so they opened up negotiations by doing terrorism and threatening aid.
Actually, this uranium, after a few technical steps, could be refined to 90% enriched uranium. And now, there you go. Now it's ready to go onto a weapon. So to me, that is the America First policy. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just giving you my perspective. And then members have also said, well, there's no uprisings happening in the country right now. So it looks like the people of Iran don't actually want the freedom that we saw them in the streets trying to get a few months ago, where 35,000 of them were killed. The CENTCOM commander actually publicly warned civilians to stay hunkered down after the regime's brutal crackdowns. Population that was revolting earlier and would be out in the streets right now got that message crystal clear from U.S. leadership, from the Secretary of War, from the President, and from Admiral Cooper, and likely some other sources, some ways that they have to communicate inside the country that could be backed by Mossad or the CIA, to tell them to keep their heads down until the time is right. You have to make sure that the IRGC can't just continue to slaughter these people, because the world is going to need them to step up and take control of their country. So I appreciate.
Yeah, that was kind of my line of thinking throughout this part of the conflict.
Not bad. I mean, if in general they're going to be out and about, and
because we've been seeing Krasenstein saying they don't want to. They clearly don't want to. They clearly don't want a regime change.
Well, we'll find out after this is wrapped up if they do or if they don't. Because earlier on, they were showing interest in being able to do that. They just were protesting, lighting shit on fire, doing stereotypical stuff, yelling anarchy, anarchy, because they couldn't pronounce anarchy for whatever reason. So, I don't know. I figure most of them are going to lay low because we're blowing shit up. Shit that they live right next door to, so that kind of makes sense.
And then on top of that, there's what was it? I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, the regimes, if I understand correctly, is basically taking what little support they can get from Russia and China.
Oh, because Krasensteins are being like, oh no, they're not doing it. But there's like that. There's also on the 17th of March, the country held its like fire festival, they call it, where they like light bonfires and fireworks and stuff like that. And
weren't there a bunch of secret police in there? Because there were people getting arrested who were like, I'm glad things are going to change.
The regime told them it was canceled, basically. But the former, or like the Crown Prince and Israel and Netanyahu were saying, go out and do it, we'll protect you. And so a bunch of them did. They were shouting, or they were singing the old national anthem. They were saying other anti-regime stuff.
Nice.
And so they defied, so it's still there.
So I see.
And so there's some hope there.
All right. Well, we'll see how it pans out. I mean, if they're at least willing to go ahead and do something, then all right, it's a variable.
Also, I do have something on the A10 a little bit.
Hell yeah!
I'll show that real quick.
I love me some Warthog.
Electric, what you making there, bud? I like things that spin. Aw, buddy, what spinning things have you made? Oh, like washing machines, and a hydroelectric plant, and jet engines, and then the Gatling guns to put on the jet engines. Oh, my lord, what does it shoot? It fires this at 65 rounds a second. The little one, right? The little one? Nah, the big one, and it comes in explosive versions.
General Electric, what happens to the people?
They become a red mist. That's why we have the washing machine. I like it.
Hey,
love it. That's why we got the washing machine. They turn into red mist. That's about right.
Yeah, the stupid times did bring up a very good point, though. The maintenance cost between the the A-10
Yeah.
and the Apache. We got to figure that in, to
Mhm.
the equation, because I mean the munitions may be cheap as fuck, but getting them there—that's the trick.
I
So
think that's why we got all the aircraft carriers there. Is they're taking a good portion of that trouble out of the mix.
and then you have to
Oh, yeah,
figure in
Marines
the
are there too
maintenance.
now.
Yeah, the maintenance cost for the aircraft carrier, keeping it stocked, and
There is a smaller aircraft carrier going in too now. It's called the USS Tripoli.
Ooh,
nice.
It's got
from the Marine Corps.
2,000.
Then.
Yeah, it's got 2,500 Marines on it, and then there's another group coming in too.
Awesome. So basically, though, from my understanding, we've got the troops on standby, and we're just basically lobbing missiles at these people for right now.
Missiles, A-10s,
Yeah, missiles and giant flying guns.
not even missiles at this point. It's really just gravity bombs.
That's even better. It's cheaper. Yeah, and we got JDAMs now, which means you can basically bullseye the center of a kitchen floor tile. It works within a square foot radius. So I'm fine with that. So, yeah, it basically looks like that's why I keep saying to people like, oh, we're at war with Iran. No, we're not. This isn't a war. This is a beating. This is a beating that we're giving Iran.
It's a side quest.
Yeah, it's not. To call this a war, in my opinion, it's disrespectful to people who've actually fought in wars. This is basically now a bunch of, I can't say Iranians, because Iranians, their default setting is Persian. So the ones who are actually trying to fend everyone off are the Muslims that have conquered that country. So I can honestly say this is a bunch of Muslims right now running around screaming to Allah for relief because the Americans are dropping things that basically look like a garbage can with fins on the back of it, and surprise, it blows up. So,
God.
I mean, technically, if we didn't have you've seen the footage of what the fuck we did to Vietnam when we were bombing the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
This is Vietnam without the boots on the ground. If you just basically had nothing but the bombings in Vietnam, that's basically what we're doing right now in Iran. So again, no boots on ground. It's not a war, in my opinion,
or at least limited.
Yeah. It's an engagement. It's an action. It's not a war.
It's a conflict. I'd say, if anything, the challenge is, if this were a war, okay, name me a war that we've only lost 6 people in, because that's what our fatality.
We're at more now.
We're at more? All right, where were we at? 10, 12, 30, 100?
13 now, I think.
13, okay. Name me a war.
Baker's dozen.
Yeah. +1, yeah. Name me a war in which we've only lost.
There might be a little more because
people.
there was a refuel jet crash.
All right, so let's say it's about 20 casualties U.S. side. Name us a war where we've only had 20 fucking casualties.
So basically, our casualty list right now has got who we've accidentally killed, or people who have died due to like machine or pilot error.
Yeah,
or,
mostly.
Yeah. This is definitely not a war. I'm sorry. This is the hill I've chosen to die on. I'll go get my lawn chair and make myself comfortable. It's not a war. Again, a war, in my opinion, boots on the ground. It has to involve either infantry, artillery, armor, some mixture of the three. You need air reinforcements. You need a mesh units. I don't even know if they call them that anymore. I'm such a fossil, but you need that. You need a forward command. You need rear command. You need, they need to set up an HQ, fire bases, all that fun shit. And again, you could call it a police action. You could call it a holding action. This isn't a war. I'll be generous. This is a battle. We're in a battle with Iran, because right now Iran is trying to fight a war, and we're just like, fuck you, bombs. Oh, well, we're going to do that. Nah, fuck you, bombs. It's basically like that one kid that thinks he's a martial artist and he's trying to fight you, and all you do is you keep sweeping his leg and he falls on his ass, and he gets up and you sweep his leg and he falls. That's what we're doing to Iran right now.
Yeah, it's basically the old school spamming technique with Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
You want me to get into a bit of that Afroman video now?
Yeah, let's definitely do this, because this made my week.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Not just that, it is, but the justice of it.
Yeah.
The fact that he won, and I love the fact that you see him in court. He was articulate. He knew the law.
He was funny.
He was level-headed. He was competent, and he delivered, in my opinion, a fantastic testimony, and he destroyed those cops. Now, I'm not a cop hater. I may not like a lot of them, but the way it is, the courts is the leveler, it's an equalizer. And the fact that this went in his favor, I thought was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
We'll read this summary right now. Cops raid Afroman's house for bullshit reasons. They steal money and break his door, fuck his house up. No criminality found whatsoever, no charges at all pressed on Afroman. Afroman spends the next 3 years making songs that make fun of all the officers involved by name, even using footage from the raid from his own CCTV cameras. Songs had titles like Randy Walters is a son of a bitch, Look at Low Lisa, accusing one of the officers of being a lesbian and sleeping with the other officers' wives.
Oh my God, that's funny as hell.
During the raid, one other officer looked like he was about to eat a lemon pound cake sitting on Afroman's counter. Afroman made a whole album calling the officer fat. I think this is a better way to frame it. Cops get mad.
Yeah, this is what he looked like during the trial.
Defamation.
I know, it's awesome.
Afroman turns up in court in the entire American flag suit. Officers performatively mauled and cry while listening to the songs, really trying to oversell how badly the songs upset them. One officer was suing because Afroman made a whole song about him saying that he was fucking the officer's wife. When the officer was asked if Afroman was really fucking his wife, he said, "I don't know," nuking his own case, establishing that there is a non-zero chance that Afroman might be indeed fucking his wife. As his only witness for the trial, Afroman brought a deputy's ex-fucking wife. Just a minute.
He said he had sex with your wife.
Wait, what?
Yes. Okay. And that's painted you in a false light.
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Wait, you don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No, I don't know.
I've been with that woman since middle school.
I know.
I would hope she wouldn't. But you know what? Once somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment, it's out there.
Oh my God.
So it's something we cannot verify the truth of?
Oh my God.
I'm dying.
The thing that can be verified, true or false.
Ask your client.
I'm not going to show the whole video, but
Oh my God. Said Smooth. Well, I don't know, right? Smartest cop? I guess so. So this is the, okay, so he made another song. Wait a minute. Just a second.
What?
he's got to drink his Dr. Pepper.
Been with her since middle school, but believes some random dude makes songs about him. Yeah. Just a minute. Sorry, his audio's broken.
Should have freedom of speech. I should be allowed to sing about my life.
You know what he looks like? He looks like the American hero character in a Japanese anime. Is the American that the Japanese think that we all are. Yep.
And police officers that violate my home, steal my money, should not be allowed to sue me.
In August of 2022, Adams County deputies raided the home of Joseph Foreman, better known as the rapper Afro Man.
There it
They had a
is.
search warrant tied to an investigation into possible drugs and kidnapping victims.
They didn't charge me for any crimes.
Nothing.
They didn't find no large amounts of marijuana or whatever narcotic they were saying. They didn't find any kidnapping victims.
Afro Man was never charged with a crime after the raid. Deputies seized thousands of dollars in cash that was later returned,
Thousands.
but Afro Man says about $400 was never recovered. The raid
They must have lost it.
also
Civil
left damage
asset
throughout his
forfeiture.
home, and he says the department told him it was not responsible for paying for the repairs.
The guy started laughing and waddling his head. He goes, "We're not required to do that." And they were unapologetic.
Afro Man used his own security footage from the raids in a music video to make
Damn,
money
what a
to
bunch of
pay for the
assholes.
damages sustained to his home.
I got freedom of speech, and then I used my personal life to write my music. I
Yeah.
was going to clean my room, but then I got hot. You
So then the cops came in.
I got high.
This is just cinema.
Yeah, it really is.
This is awesome. Can we get a
And
film?
then
out of this?
I have a video that Scoob might just get a kick out of.
Go for it. It's your segment, man.
So this is a Rev Says Destiny
Here, I'll
video.
pop it up again since it went away. There you
Yeah,
go.
that was me.
Golden guest topics. Continue.
So this is a Rev Says Destiny video. It's
Alright.
about Hassan Piker.
Oh, fun.
I was
Your
listening
arch
for it.
nemesis.
Over some
Yeah.
very satisfying updates regarding a video I posted a few days ago where Hassan Piker lost out on a collaboration opportunity with an ex-CIA whistleblower, thanks largely in part to the efforts of a very patriotic VTuber. Today we're going to be looking at the updates, mainly Hassan's reaction to the entire situation and the complete crash out he is currently having. And we're going to see the 3 stages of a Hassan Piker crash out, beginning with stage 1, total feigned confusion, acting like he has no idea what's going on and has no idea who this totally irrelevant VTuber is. Then move on to stage 2, pure copium, where he's trying to downplay everything that's going on in this situation. And we'll end with the final stage, stage 3, which is Hassan simply seething. Now, the VTuber in question here is Pippa, and she is definitely responsible for on Hassan Piker.
Pause that.
And it
Pause
involves
that.
a
Oh my God,
potential
that's
guest,
funny.
someone who is slated
Roll
to
back
be
that artwork. Roll back that artwork. I think that's from
GTA.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I recognize that. Oh my God.
absolute own on Hassan Piker, and it involves a potential guest, someone who is slated to be on Hassan Piker's stream in April, and that man is John Kiriakou, a ex-CIA analyst turned whistleblower who is in very high demand in
I've heard of
terms
this
of
guy.
interviews right now. And Hassan discovered live on Twitch that he was no longer going to get a collaboration with this man.
Of course, thanks for the $5. As I saw recently that John's going on Hassan Piker's stream. A lot of his rhetoric is anti-American. His community is also extremely toxic, especially to the left. Curious as to why you're associating with that. I'm not going on Hassan Piker.
Wait, what?
Hassan Piker reached out.
Okay. He said he is. I don't know why he's like now
That's
saying
when he
he's
explains
not.
it.
And I said, no, thank you. I've got nothing scheduled with him.
Blaytech.
Wait, what?
Now, of course, it's very funny to see this guy responding in such a way that
Scoob, you know what he's soy jacking over?
What?
First edition of the Little Red Book.
Miles Red
That was
Book.
from his trip in China.
And how big
paints
is his
Hassan
house?
as someone who
Yes.
His house is huge.
And what type of car does he drive?
Yes.
No idea.
who is un-American and has a very annoying audience. Now, a lot of people in the related post sharing that clip, like myself, would say total Pippa victory, with people sharing clips like this that come from a video that captured an on-stream moment from Pippa where she was basically playing over a cameo that she requested from John, where in the cameo, she warned him of what could come with a collaboration with Hassan and his community. And well, John recognized the dangers and thanked Pippa for the heads up.
Hey, thanks for the heads up on HP. I appreciate it. I needed it, and I will take care of it. So,
I asked not to collab with Hassan Piker. He's going on Hassan's stream.
time to even say something. Tell you the truth, the last 3 weeks I've been winging it. So I'm very grateful for the helping hand. All right, all the best. Thanks for reaching out. Bye-bye.
So seeing those two clips and the surrounding circumstances, a lot of people came to the reasonable conclusion that Pippa was responsible for disrupting this potential collaboration between Hassan Piker and John Kiriakou, claiming this was a total Pippa victory. And that's pretty much what we covered up until today. That's what was contained in this previous video. And I love situations like this where it's a clear narrative, right? Good versus evil. You have a very unlikable person getting angry by a very likable person. That's the perfect narrative. And that's what we're going to continue today. We've had two reactions.
Like
one
Jim
from each
Carrey
side
and
here,
Sonic the
ever
Hedgehog.
since this video over the past day or so. On Pippa's side, she has been in pure ecstasy, posting fan cams of John, even locking the replies. So nobody can even really engage with this. I mean, she's doing this for the love of the game, just to share these fan cams of her favorite Glowy. Hassan, on the other hand, has not been taking it well. Of course, he was aware that this interview had been disrupted, but he did not know the source until now. And his reaction to finding out the rabbit responsible, well, it caused him to cope and seethe over what he describes as Pippin Picka.
Your interview with John was canceled because a VTuber told him not to. There's a video of it. There's probably someone taking credit for it. But it was Pippa. Who is Pippa? Pippin Picka, I believe. Who the f is that? The reason his interview was canceled with John Kira.
Oh yeah, this isn't Pippa's first rodeo with communists. She got into a brief thing with Vosh, and Vosh called her a Nazi, so she got the achievement for that. But her response was, "I don't take advice from horse fuckers."
Horse fuckers.
Mm-hmm. And that was before his porn folder got leaked.
Oh, Vosh, whatever his name is, he actually got me booted out of Sargon server Athens, because he was. I found out when he did that thing about, oh God, how many years ago did I get thrown out of Athens?
About
3, 4 years.
Yeah,
he did that.
4 years.
He did that thing, and it turned out all the money was getting funneled to Hamas, I believe.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the admin in his server, and Vosh's girlfriend was like basically on the other end of the conversation and using the admin as a go-between.
Oh God.
And she was talking mad shit, and he said, well, you can
talking mad shit for a goblin.
Yeah, but she was. They were basically making it like they're like, you can come into Vosh's server and you can talk to him. There are certain rules, this, that, and the third. I said, nah. I said, I'm not going to do that. I said, if anything, I'll just hop on a plane and I'll go to his house. And he goes, what are you talking about? And I said, here, give the bitch this. And I gave him pictures of where the two of them lived, and they freaked the fuck out. And they got me booted from Athens, and I was banned from Vosh's server. And the guy goes like this. He's like, well, you ruined your chance to talk to the biggest YouTuber and social media guy, because he was a sycophant. He's like, how does that make you feel? I said, honestly, a little bit hungry. I said, but check this out. I said, because he went now and he went to the trouble of getting me thrown out of Athens, just let him know if I ever see this kid, I'm going to smack the shit out of him. And that was when I was, remember, I got hit up by the admin in Sargon's server Athens. I got hit up by Commando because he wanted to know, you making threats about it. I said, no, it ain't a threat. I said, listen, you're English. I said, you should know this. Somebody runs their mouth. You catch him in the street, you catch him in the street. It ain't a threat. It's just, if you walk outside with an umbrella, you're going to get wet. If you run into Scooby, you're going to get bruised. It's basically how it went. But, yeah, that was the thing with Vaush. And good. I like this girl already now. If she tangled with that Ginger Tommy.
Hi, Pippa.
Definitely.
Okay, can you hear it?
Beep, 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 beep. Or if you
That's
didn't
how
get
she
it, beep,
starts
beep,
her
beep, beep, beep,
streams.
beep.
That's just a cameo.
I can't do
That
it because
doesn't
it's way too high, but
That's all right.
Asmongold Orbiter. No, this is a cameo, guys. Are you
she's an Asmongold
stupid enough
fan,
to
but
believe
she
that this was like a
unfollowed him
sincere
after,
request? No, people
a little
are.
bit of fallout that he had with her company.
I don't think that's the case.
Now, of course, this reaction is straight out of the Hassan Piker
I'm guessing
playbook,
it's more
beginning
just a
by
corporate
trying to
move
downplay
than
everything, saying
anything else.
Pippa's cameo was just that, a cameo, not a sincere request, despite the fact that clearly this had great sway over John's decision to change at least how he was approaching Hassan Piker and his stream. But then he does a classic Hassan trope where, introduced with a critic or someone who is getting one over on him, he pretends like he has no idea what's going on. Like he's so confused, like, what is going on, chat? And then he starts talking about Pippa, acting like he has no idea who she is, and does another classic Hassan move, getting her name intentionally wrong, calling her Pippin Pika, because apparently mispronouncing people's names on purpose is a way of owning them and acting like they're so irrelevant. Hassan would never
He was reading
know
chat,
who they
to be
are. And of
honest
course,
All
he
right.
immediately reads the chat and
Sounds
discovers
fun.
she's an Asmongold Orbiter, whatever that means. Of course, we don't even know if that was something actually said in the chat. He might have just thought that himself and then plugged it in there so he could talk about Asmongold for a minute. But of course, his Asmongold derangement syndrome can never be squashed, just like his hatred of his own audience. You can see in that clip,
Oh, yeah, I
he is
remember him mentioning
chastising
that
his own
before,
audience, basically saying they're
when
stupid
there
for
was some
believing
woman
that Pippa had any
that
role
came up to him and
in
begged
John's
about
decision,
outside
which
might
really
have
reflects
said,
the clip from the previous video,
might
which
have,
I didn't play in full.
sabotaged
The
him.
rest of the video was him just chastising his own chat, calling them stupid, asking them to be normal, and that they're very weird and annoying. Like, who talks to their own audience like that and expects them to stay? Oh, Hassan, because those people are completely brainwashed and will stay no matter what. But it reminds me of this clip, and you got to play whenever you can because it's truly funny.
Can't stand any of you dumb fucks in this chat. Oh my God, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single day of the week. I hate my life. I hate streaming. I hate socialism. I hate every single person who thinks that the peak of activism is just being the most annoying, holier than thou, the most ultimately woke leftist. It's just, you did it. You did it. You have unlocked the nihilism within me, okay? I am black-pilled. Nothing will ever get better. We are never going to make it out. We can't even have a normal, non-hostile goddamn conversation on any of these issues.
Incredible. He truly created his own prison, ladies and
Yeah, he's
gentlemen. He
been
really
crashing
did.
out a lot
He created his
lately.
own audience, and now he gets to deal with them forever. And he's going to crash out every single day on them because they are not normal. They are hostile. They are unreasonable. And that's exactly what he has
I mean, he could
fostered
just get a
for
job,
many, many
right?
years. But
Where's
let's
this
move
guy
on
live,
to
LA or
stage
something?
2 of the
No, he's
crash
just
out,
got to retire.
the copium.
Maybe she
He's set
actually
for
did
life.
a call with him or something, but also none of this matters. Like, who gives a fuck if I can't fucking interview John Kiriakou? Who cares?
Requested this falls. Playing Overwatch, and there was only like 2 requests left, so I like very quickly wrote something, and I was like, by the way, please don't collab with Hassan.
Time to even say something. Tell you the truth, the last 3 weeks I've been winging it. So I'm very grateful for the helping hand. All right, all the best. Thanks for reaching out. Bye.
For the record, there's only
I don't
one
think
group of
it's like
communists
that.
I've ever been able to
He
have
said-
a civilized conversation with. and I still have their newspaper, and that's the RCA. Everyone else has been batshit fucking crazy. Like this Hassan guy, just losing their marbles over everything. It's a cold day in hell.
Guess where Hassan is currently?
Hell?
Close.
Ooh. Okay, was he in San Diego, Los Angeles, New Jersey? Is it Jersey?
Out of country.
No way. He fled the country? Where'd he go to? Qatar?
Cuba.
He actually made it. They actually let him into the country. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's in Cuba with the flotilla, like a Greta Thunberg style flotilla that they did to Palestine.
I thought they were going to arrest him if he actually went through because we have the blockade going on. No supplies are getting in and out of Cuba.
Well, they flew.
Ah, smart guy. Shit, I hope
Like
he
they had to
finds
go
my
through the
phone.
government. He said it was a pain in the ass.
Well, of course it's a pain in the ass. He's going to Cuba of all places. Yeah, they're very strict on who comes in and who goes out, especially who goes out. You kidding me? That would explain why he's got the jacket on. That looks like the fatigues that they wear in that country.
Yeah, he's been wearing a lot of dictator clothes recently.
Yeah, that's a field jacket that's stylized similar to the one that Fidel wears. A lot of the rank and file in the Cuban military wear, Soviet-esque jackets like that. They're just not thick because it's tropic as shit.
Yesterday,
over there.
there's still something happening.
Like,
Oh yeah, accidentally.
no, oh, it's fine. I didn't know if you intended for that or not.
I will
Yeah,
bring up some Pippa clips though, because those are great.
Definitely. I don't mind shitting on Hassan Piker. If he wants to not be a retard, seriously, can we mail him? I mean, I was supposed to buy these guys another one of the newspapers, but I kept being broke because of the studio, the basement, the computer, and that. But seriously, I could buy a newspaper from the RCA and then ship it to his house.
So this is the kind of streamer that Pippa is.
Get some water real quick. You can talk to chat for a second. Chat, don't get me
Okay.
banned. And then we're gonna go have you be a volunteer mod for the day. All right?
All right.
Oh God.
You like things, blurs. She's gone now.
Yeah.
Say whatever you'd like. I love that you can hear everything in the background. Let's ban Fillion. Slash ban. I can't ban Fillion from our own chat. I can try. It doesn't work. I can announce something. What does that do? Announcement. Okay. What else can I do? Chat, teach me about this new power I've obtained. Ooh, announcement blue. Oh no.
Whoa! What are you trying to do?
Don't worry about it.
Message deleted. What are you
Welcome back.
doing?
Guys, tell me one sentence that'll dox my accent.
Hilarious. So this is the person that got him to lose his mind. Is this little pink-haired
Pippa is stressed
rabbit
out.
person?
Yeah, I heard that she's having a difficult time
Oh,
with her
this is just an
computer.
external story with Pippa not involved. Ooh, Tenma's hilarious.
Wow, I guess he's very easy to upset if some oddball person like this can get underneath his skin.
Yeah, this
It
is
takes someone weirder like this to piss
this is
me
someone
off.
from her
What
company.
exactly made you want to start an idol company, and where do you plan to take Face Connect in the future if it's not too much to ask?
Dude, this is so much to ask. What do you mean? This is like the biggest question.
Then,
So
okay,
the fish guy is
where
the
do you
owner of the
see
company.
Face Connect, like where? What
And
kind
he's
of
on
direction
stream
do
with
you wanna
one of
take
the other
Face Connect
streamers.
in then?
Dude, we're gonna become idols, man.
You're gonna become idols. Are you sure? I feel
We're
like
gonna
you're
fix everybody up and then turn them into idols.
Pippa's known for
Pippa,
not being
even really
Mega idol.
not having a
Vega.
cleanliness.
That's true. She's the Vega idol. Of course, you could fix it. Of course, you could fix Piv.
Dude, if Tenma doesn't talk, she's like the perfect idol.
What? I've never heard of this before. Please go into further details regarding this. What do you mean? Like, if
This will
she
be the
doesn't
last
talk,
time, by the
she's
way.
the
Like,
perfect
she-
idol.
Yeah, she has like very good movement. Like, but then she gets mad at games and stuff.
Maybe you did something wrong for her to get angry. I think the person I've seen get scolded the most is you, from Tama.
Yeah.
Like literally, I rarely see her yelling at any
Now
of
what do
the
you think's
talents.
about
It's
to happen?
always you. She never yells at the managers either.
Yeah, this one time, I forget who it was. I think it was Pippa. Pippa and I were having like a chat in like the meeting room or whatever, and then out of nowhere, Pippa comes in, yelled at me for 2 minutes straight, and then left and started streaming.
What she was guilty about?
I don't remember.
What do you think's about to happen here?
Remember? Oh, I remember there was.
Oh no!
I heard you talking shit. What the
No
fuck?
idea.
What you did? Oh, she's a perfect idol and she doesn't talk. The fuck? The fuck? Am I not idol enough, Sakura?
You're the perfect idol.
I forgive but never forget. Remember these words.
That's like one of my favorite clips.
That's hilarious.
I'm done with my bit.
All right, Jesus. All right.
Comes
Oh,
in,
Lord.
yells, leaves.
Fucking hilarious. Sounds like my mother. Oh, right. One topic I wanted to get into, because we were able to finally get the interview we had with this gentleman rendered, and it's up on our Rumble page.
Yippee.
It's a year late, but as a few
Better late
people
than
know, and they'll find out through the test streams when we get everything published on the other platforms and that, we had a very not fun time getting the studio together and not flooding and having power outages and other crazy shit happening.
And freezing your butt off.
Oh yeah. That's it. You can't see it, but I've actually got a heater right here. In the future we'll have an announcement in regards to all of that crap, because that's another thing that's tied into it. It's become a bit fortuitous, but it's also been a real pain in the ass, because utility bills here have been a real balls kicking.
You should probably fix them then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but we've been getting some of that taken care of. We've had to retool a bunch of things. But anyways, without further ado, the United States Supreme Court is getting stacked with a whole bunch of cases that people are imploring them to take as soon as possible in regards to firearms ownership, firearms rights, and everything Second Amendment related. Let's see here. And one in particular is something that even I didn't know, because I do actually have to renew by the end of this year my Illinois conceal and carry permit and reapply and
You're
do all
in
of that
Indiana.
crap. Yeah. And here's one thing I found out is apparently this is something they didn't really communicate clearly at the time, because when I was initially applying, when I had my Ford card and I was getting my carry permit, I was going from Indiana back to Chicago, so I had like multiple sets of IDs because I was switching residency over. And the guy was like, all right, look, if I put your old address on there, you're going to get denied, man. They, don't like people from Indiana and all that. And I was like, all right, well, I moved here, within da-da-da-da. And he was like, all right, well, I'll just put that address on there. Don't worry about that. You just need an Illinois driver's license and you're fine. If you're still getting your stuff out of there, yeah, just turn that into a state ID and you're fine. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Doing that the other way around is a no-no for one very interesting reason. Because apparently, even though Indiana and Texas share a lot of cultural similarities and ironically a lot of firearms laws, you can't get an Illinois concealed carry permit as an Indiana resident at all, and that's getting brought up to court. So I'll have the great William Kirk explain that one. Let me get that real quick. Let's see here. Share the screen, and let's see here. All right, here we go. Come on.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I'm Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Where are we today? Come on, we are at Lambert International Airport here in St. Louis. But this is a message to all my friends out there in Illinois. I have had an opportunity to drive the entire state from up there in East Dundee all the way down to East Alton and all stops in between. Had an opportunity to talk to a lot of you, get a lot of similar questions. And so I kind of want to spend a few minutes and just kind of talk to my good friends out there in Illinois because y'all have been so good to me. So today, from St. Louis Airport, let's have Washington Gun Law do something, which is my message to everyone in Illinois. Okay, America, and in particular to all of my friends and all the great hosts that we just had up there in Illinois, thank you so very much. Illinois, I have seen not your entire state, but a large swath of it. And we're going to talk about three things that were kind of brought up as I was intermixing with all of the wonderful supporters of Washington Gun Law out here in Illinois. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is a question that I commonly had asked, which is, what's going on with the Protect Illinois Communities Act? And I know a lot of you are sitting there going, my God, it's been like 3 years already. When are we going to finally get some relief? Well, hey, Illinois, take a deep breath, because I want you to know the folks out in California have been living under something kind of similar, and that's for 9 years now. But there are 5 cases that you need to be carefully watching before the United States Supreme Court. They will be back up on an orders list Monday, March 23rd. We will be covering it live with WGLAM. There is Duncan v. Monta. There is Gators Customs Guns versus State of Washington. Those are both challenges to magazine bans. Then there is Viramontes v. Cook County, a challenge to Cook County, Illinois' assault weapon ban, as well as NAGR v. Lamont and Grant v. Higgins, which are both challenges to assault weapon bans out of Connecticut. In addition to that, you need to carefully watch to see when the Third Circuit publishes its ruling in the matter of Cheeseman v. Platkin, because if things go as many of us anticipate, New Jersey is going to lose its assault weapon ban, and we will have a verifiable circuit split at that point. In addition to that, you need to carefully watch what's happened out in the District of Columbia in the matter of United States v. Benson, and that many of these cases in the group of 5, the ones that I've already talked about today, have already filed supplemental memorandums of authority based upon the holdings in Benson versus the United States, in which the District of Columbia Court of Appeals has struck down the district's 10-round magazine ban. So is relief coming? Yeah, we believe relief is coming. Is relief going to come from a court inside the state of Illinois? Absolutely not. Is relief going to come from the 7th Circuit? Absolutely not. But relief is coming, Illinois. Okay, the second question I get asked all the time is Illinois even worth saving? Now, I get this whole north of I-80, south of I-80, but I got to really be honest with you. I've been to your state 3 times. I've traveled large swaths of it. It appears to be some problematic counties up in one little corner of your state. Is this state worth saving? Well, listen, as I had an opportunity to drive through your state, I got to go to towns like Quincy and Bloomington and Barrington and Aurora and Bartonville and Pekin in San Jose, what's up with that name, and Astoria, and all the way down here to East Alton. And this state is full of fantastic people who comprise fantastic communities. I had one of the best experiences that I can possibly remember driving through Eureka, Illinois, right as school was getting out. And just to see middle America and American families living with the traditional American values, it was like driving through a Norman Rockwell painting. So yes, Illinois, this state is absolutely positively worth saving, and it is your obligation to try to save it. I've met hundreds and hundreds of hardworking, red-blooded Americans who call themselves Illinois residents, who all they want to do is carve the path for them and their family that they believe they're entitled to do. I've seen the backbone of the United States and where industry and hard labor created this great country, much of which occurred right there in the state of Illinois. And if anything else, the people alone are absolutely worth fighting for. So Illinois, you've got to keep fighting for your state. But then the next question I get, and the final thing I want to talk to you about, and what we're really going to geek out on today, is how can we change things? Well, the only way we can truly change things is we all gotta get off the sideline, don't we? Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Right now, there is approximately 2.5 million FOID card holders in the state of Illinois. Now, I'm not going to be presumptuous like the other side is and assume that just because you're a FOID card holder, you only vote one way. But I think it is a safe assumption to bet that a majority of FOID card holders would have a tendency to vote Republican. But of that 2.5 million FOID card holders, how many do you think actually vote? Well, the numbers...
A FOID means firearm ownership identification card.
Okay.
Long story short, how it works is the way they structured it is we used to have pretty much a moratorium on firearms, and in particular handguns. We had a major handgun ban in Chicago and most of the state, and that was in like the 80s to the 90s, and crime
For a
rates.
very good reason.
Oh yeah, yeah, just shot up completely just because there's this thing called the black market, you know. So people would just get guns from the black market or a straw purchaser, and they just go shooting. And one man in particular wound up having a handgun before this ban, or obtained one by getting around it somehow. And he had like 4 people break into his house after he had filed several complaints, and he had to actually shoot them and get one person to be severely injured and the rest of them to flee his premises. And the NRA took up his case in like 92, 93, if I remember correctly. And he won, and the handgun ban got repealed. So the state of Illinois said, okay, well, we're going to make it so that you have to get a card that says you can own a firearm in your home. And it's a yellow card called an FOID. And basically anyone, if they're above the age of 18, now I think they make it to where you have to be 21, you can go ahead and apply for it. But that means you either have to have an Illinois state driver's license or an Illinois state real ID of some kind or another. How they initially were doing this is, like in particular when I was first getting the class for my carry permit, they tied it specifically to your driver's license. So they made it that you would have to extensively keep a clean driving record, which good fucking luck back in yesteryear. Nowadays, given all of the liberal laws like the Safety Act they have, and like how they mentioned PICA and the different reforms, if you can even call them that Mayor Brandon Johnson put into the police department, it's easier to keep a clean driving record because the cops can't chase you very far. You'll still get a ticket, and so long as you can pay that ticket and, you know, go through the court processes, yeah, you can more easily keep a cleaner driver's license. But at the time, they tried to make it impossible. So if you had anything that would basically go, okay, hey, we're taking your driver's license, can't get a FOID card. One thing Illinois has been very famous for, and in particularly Cook County, which is Chicago and some areas around it, is when you get pulled over and the cop has to process you and give you a ticket, what they'll do is, if the ticket is more than a warning, they'll go ahead, and even sometimes if they really want to get you because they don't like you or they think you're suspicious, they will give you the paper warning, and they'll say, this is going to act as your driver's license, and then they will take your driver's license. You cannot go to the DMV and get another one. You have to wait until your court date comes. Then you have to pay all the fees, take care of all that, and then you can go ahead and get it back. By going to the DMV. After you take care of the ticket and the court fees and it clears.
That sounds like a lot of bullshit.
And welcome to Illinois. Why the company's there on paper right now, and we're over in the ghetto next door.
Yeah,
you know,
that makes sense. That
Yeah.
definitely makes sense.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I do not know if they still do it that way, to where you have to have an Illinois state driver's license, but in essence, the whole thing that he's going over with this and a few of the other videos he's put out recently is that due to that insanity with just needing to get a firearm ownership identification card, which is difficult, it's relatively inexpensive, which is the good thing, but not only do you have to have the clean driving record, keep your driver's license and have no snafus with it, or a real ID, state ID now, and try not get the same thing to happen, because you go to a bar, you get arrested, you lose it. I mean, you can get it replaced, but I imagine that I haven't actually heard many people talk about it, but it's a common fear that, hey, if I'm walking home from the bar, which in the old neighborhood in Hegewisch, a lot of people would do because all the bars were in walking distance, and some people wouldn't always get a Chicago cop because people would be chased over the border, because you got Chicago right there, then we've got Burnham, Illinois, and then you've got Calumet City, Illinois, and then you also have Hammond, Indiana right there, all sharing a border, so
lovely.
Depending on who's going out and what, someone might go, oh, we lost the perp. All right, well, hey, that guy's being drunk and disorderly. We can take him back. Why the hell not? He's close enough to the border. People are concerned that depending on where they land in that municipality, if they're lucky, they'll get the Indiana cop and they'll just basically put him in the drunk tank, release, the next day, and he'll be fine. If it's anyone from Illinois, there goes your ID, and you have the same problem as you would if your driver's license got taken. ID is gone. Here's your ticket.
Yeah. There's actually, we have a similar thing over here. The border between Queens and Nassau County, it's completely even, except when you go down to the barrier island underneath by the bay. Then the city of Long Beach extends past city line. And the city of Long Beach is an incorporated city. And, they would always, it's the biggest city on Long Island. And no, that would be New York City. Let's not play make-believe. But the thing of it is if you leave the Rockaways, then you go into the incorporated city of Long Beach first before you get into Nassau County proper.
Gotcha.
And see, the thing of it is when you go into Long Beach, that's where all the oil refineries are. So it's really weird because you'll go over from Oceanside, you go down to Long Beach Road, and when you cross over, depending on which way you turn, it looks almost like someplace down in Texas. They have all the gigantic oil tanks that look like buildings. These things are like easily, 5, 6, 7 stories high.
Yeah, we have those in Whiting, Indiana. There's a massive BP refinery over there.
Right, but I'm saying then you drive another 2-3 minutes and you're in the Rockaways in Queens. So the thing of it is, that's the whole point. You see, if you are crossing over and you're trying to get away from the New York City Police, the NYPD, and you get stopped in Long Beach, they are their own jurisdiction. So in other words, you're at the mercy of the city of Long Beach. So you don't go to Nassau County Court, you go to the city court in Long Beach. It's completely different. Hold on, my phone is ringing.
That's all good. I had the same thing dealing with Burnham once. They had a whole racket. But due to this and the fact that something I recently discovered that ties into all this with the whole difficulty that one has with trying to lawfully keep their FOID card and apply for a carry permit, is the entire system is run through the Illinois State Police and their website. So that's not always updated regularly, and it's something that with the newer FOID cards that they issue to people, there's no expiration date on them. So it's basically, if there's any snafus that come up or the website isn't working, you're basically at the mercy of how quickly you can get your lawyer to get you out of trouble. And if when the Chicago police or whomever other police in the state of Illinois go and access the system and go, I think this guy has it, or I think this guy doesn't have it. Because if they think you don't have it, the system doesn't show that you have it, then you have unlawful possession of a firearm. And then I believe they, depending on where you're at in Illinois, they can also hit you for all the ammunition. And if you're in Chicago, okay, that's the Blair Lester Holt assault weapons ban, which means if your handgun holds more than 10 rounds, that 11, 12, 13 X amount of capacity and ammunition is a felony. If you're outside of Chicago and the rest of Illinois, okay, anything past 15 is a felony. They really like to go nuts about that. And then it's nuts from there. And because of the fact that not only you've got that to contend with, so You've got all of that. There's only apparently 6 other states that we will say, okay, you're residents of these 6 states, then you can go ahead and apply for a non-resident conceal and carry permit. And usually the classes are $200 or more. You have to take 2 days, and it's mostly a legalese class, which that in itself isn't bad. But once again, you don't instantly get it. And they want you to get fingerprinted in order to expedite it, so that it's swifter. Some people don't like it, other people are okay with it. It really depends.
Yeah.
But being the fact that we have Bruin that's gone through, and just that brief stack William went through, there's a large docket that people are panicking over because people like all of my former governors and mayors in that really want to keep status quo, and then everyone else who's just like, look, I don't want to have to lose my rights just because I go out for a beer and I'm not armed at all, and I just, trip and fall and I get, cuffed and put in the drunk tank.
That makes
it's
sense.
It's going to get very interesting because there is a presumed likelihood that since Bruin has gone through and the Beavis case went well, that it's possible that if the rest of some of those other cases go through, or the Supreme Court actually picks it up, they could actually strike down the entire Concealed Carry and FOID Act nonsense that they have. Because there's several states that will honor other states' carry permits. That's why typically if you get the Utah carry permit, you're pretty much good everywhere, except Illinois. Because Illinois will literally only honor their own permit, nobody else's. And if you get the Illinois carry permit, you're good in like 6 to 10 states in this country. So it's the insanity that I'm looking forward to seeing hopefully come to the Supreme Court, and everyone's trying to push them to take it on the docket when they're back in session after the midterms and all that crap.
Shall not be infringed. It's
I know.
Yeah, that's just all right. Well, speaking of that area I was just talking about, I now have to go fly out to Queens and go pick my wife up from her sisters. So I'm going to bow out for right now, gentlemen.
You have a plane?
No.
He's going to fly like he's got one.
Even better, I have a truck. And what's
You have
really
snowshoes.
cool, I have a big 4x6 Don't Tread on Me flag on the back of the thing. And what's really cool is people kept pulling up next to me and go like this, because they liked it. But it was interesting because this woman pulls up next to me and she's driving and she's like this. And
I just smiled and waved right back.
I did. I sped up and got in front of her so that the flag was flapping at her. And
nice.
But I have to check to see what somebody threw through my window. They actually missed me and hit my wife in the back of the neck. But yeah, I don't think it was anything bad because she's like, I just got hit in the neck with something. I'm like, I thought I heard something hit the truck. So more likely than not, some yuppie that was coming from Queens into Nassau threw something at the truck. So yeah, it's nice to see how mature the adults are. Huh?
Doesn't sound pleasant.
No, it doesn't. But I didn't see any damage to the truck. So more likely than not, they were eating something. And I probably got like fries or a burger or something lobbed at me. Who knows?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It is ridiculous. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just as immature in certain regards. I seen a kid whose car was. I say kid. This guy was probably close to 30. His car was covered with Bernie stickers. So I'm like this. I'm driving and I'm honking the horn and I'm like this. So I'm no better. I'm definitely no better.
Well, at least you didn't become the next road rage victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's such a big thing here too. I see the videos like they pin the car and then they go like because they can't get out the driver's side, they'll get out the passenger side and they'll have like a tire iron and they start beating the windshield and like new road rage over in Garden City. And I'm watching. I'm like, Christ. I mean, I think that the island and Queens and Brooklyn, I think we per capita lead the country in road rage. I'd have to look it up, but I mean, it's especially when the weather's nice, it's like a weekly event. So, all right, let me go get Her Holiness, and I will talk to you guys as soon as I get back. If you're still in this, otherwise, yeah, I'll talk to you when you're off stream.
Likely.
All right, cool. But as always, fun. I enjoyed doing this, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.
Enjoy your night.
Have a good one, dude.
Thanks.
Tell your woman I say hi.
I will, definitely. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Huh. So here's basically the ridiculous thing people have to do if they want to go ahead and get their carry permit. What they have to do is, if they have a relative that lives in the state of Illinois, they basically have to go ahead and at least get some mail over there that the BMV will recognize. Or not BMV, the DMV. DMV is Indiana. And they have to go through the loophole of living in two states at the same time. And they have to basically, for Illinois, say, yeah, this is my primary residency. And then they have to go ahead and get the Illinois driver's license, go ahead and get the FOID card, take the carry permit class, pass, and then wait for the Illinois State Police to mail them at that Illinois address their carry permit. They will not send it out of state at all.
That's a shame.
Yeah, that's the loophole people have to go through so that they can legally carry in the state of Illinois.
I have a very valid question for you.
All right, roll it.
Oh, you got it up.
Yep.
If women are in the kitchen, why is it called cooking instead of queen? Good question.
I don't get it.
Why isn't it called Coup Queen?
I do not get the joke at all.
Why is it called Cook King instead of Coup Queen?
Don't know.
Cooking, Cook Queen.
Because she's not a queen?
If women are in the kitchen, why is it
Mhm.
called Cook King when it's instead of Cook Queen?
Oh, king, gotcha. Ah.
Oh yeah, that VTuber does have a AI video made about her.
Nice.
I might show that. I don't really like it as much as others.
It's getting ridiculous to like these godforsaken matches. They all suck. This is ridiculousness I have to do if I want to smoke. This is retarded.
What was that?
I had to light this giant match just to get this thing to light.
Oh. Get smaller matches then.
Or garbage. All right, what else do we got? Let's see here. All right, I can do the announcement. This will be relatively quick. Okay. So, brief company announcement is this might actually be one of the last test streams. So long as the money winds up turning up good, next week when I want to get paid from the job, I'll likely be upgrading to the advanced version of StreamYard. Because test streams are going fairly well, and we have had a lot of developments going on the whole NIPSCO front. Thankfully, the last town hall meeting that we posted up on the channel, it's our first actual video, was from when we were over in the city of LaPorte at their town hall meeting. and we actually got like just about the entire footage of the whole thing, and a lot of people from the NIPSCO Monopoly Madness were asking us, hey, did anyone record? Did anyone get this and that and the other? Because the lady Michelle, that was one of the speakers there, went and talked to us a little bit, and she wanted to know if she could get the footage. I told her, yeah, sure, we can post it, we can do this and that and the other. I just, initially recorded it off air because I didn't know if any of these people were going to give their addresses. So, I was like, okay, let's try and not, dox anybody or anything crazy. Not that I think the utility company is going to come to these people's houses or what have you, but all the same, So thankfully none of that happened. And as much as I don't like the company Meta or Facebook in general, it's the platform they operate on. So it is possible in the near future we're going to get a large influx of traffic from a lot of the coverage we're doing on that front. It's just that we're going to wind up putting things on Rumble and then backtracking it onto Facebook and then from there onto Twitter. Because there's a few people that use Twitter, but the bulk of them use Facebook. So as much as I, for myself personally, do not like that company whatsoever, I'll deal with them so long as it helps these poor elderly people who are underwater in energy bill debt. Especially since there's a actual investigation going on to the company NIPSCO, and there's allegations that we're going to look into.
Allegations?
Yeah, allegations because they haven't been realizations, and it's something.
Yeah, that's from the super mayor.
Oh God, yeah, she's over in Georgia now, apparently running as a Republican. We found that out over in the port too.
She's running where? She's running Georgia as what?
She's running in the state of Georgia as a Republican in a small town.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think it was Mr. Ruby who's on the ballot to run for the mayor of Gary was telling us about that. So that's insane. The fleece lord of Dalton is now going to be the fleece queen of Georgia, the entire state of Georgia. It's going to take the whole state. She took the entire state of Illinois' budget for emergencies and it went right into a whole bunch of long lists of nobody could track it because it was that thick. They could track a whole bunch of orders of people getting stuff shipped to their houses in various places from Amazon orders for various things, but the money went so quickly they really couldn't do much about it. It was just gone. But yes, we're likely going to be doing a lot of journalism on that front. We're likely to get a lot of traffic, so it'll be good for the company. So we're likely going to do the investment with StreamYard because then, thankfully, with the different systems they have in StreamYard and on Rumble, we can seamlessly get all our content on all these various platforms to post on one and then the other, or to simultaneously go to all of them. We might also expand to Vimeo as well. And as you mentioned recently, we were able to actually finally get the chance to render out footage for interviewing William Kirk of Washington Gun Law and the legendary Mrs. L, who was very crucial, I should say, to suing the city of Chicago and being able to get concealed and carry possible. Regrettably, I think the audio was a little crappy on that video, but thankfully, every time William Kirk goes and does one of these Illinois tours, she shows up because she's a big celebrity, and it's a celebrity they don't let you know about because why would they let you know that, this crazy badass woman who's of short stature, is the reason why, you can have conceal and carry in Chicago and not just bleed out on the street, I smell a conspiracy, I says. There's a rabbit hole there that leads to a bullet hole. Hopefully you're not the bullet hole. But that's pretty much the announcements for now. So that's pretty much that within a nutshell. The only other topic we had was the passing of Chuck Norris. If you're ready to get into that one.
Burnside.
Yeah.
Is your computer, or like your full computer, gaming? For gaming?
Yeah, the Robtop is a gaming computer, but it's on its way out. It needs to be wrenched on.
I thought you said you got a desktop or something.
I do. That needs to be set up. It has Linux on it, but from the flood that we had, the power cord shot. So I need to take that to
Yeah,
the
you need to
computer
get a new
guy.
power supply.
Yeah, and we need to get the power supply. And given the fact that I don't know much about the Linux and I don't remember what my password is, I'm just going to have him wipe it because I didn't even get to use it. It just got set up. It just got some new parts put into it. And as far as we know, it still works.
What distro were you using?
I think I was using, it previously had Windows 8 or Windows 10 on it. And then I was trying to get a Windows virtual machine on Linux.
I have trouble with that. I don't even bother with with a virtual machine.
That's what I was trying to run on it because I don't know anything about Linux. I at the time had a guy that knew how to set all that up, and now I don't know how to
Linux is
get it.
really not that hard. Like especially on Linux Mint or one of the more immutable ones like Bazite, which is more tailored for gaming.
It might have been Bazite. I'm not sure. It had taken so long to get the thing worked on, and then it took us so long to actually get this small studio area set up.
Right.
And then we had
And then it flooded.
Yeah, and then it fucking flooded. Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah, so if we
I have a game to recommend for when you get things up and running for gaming.
All right, sure.
It's a first-person shooter, if you don't mind that type of thing.
I don't mind first-person shooters. I'm pretty well all right with them. I just usually like the ones that have the RPG backbone.
Okay, so it's a SWAT simulator, like the SWAT games were.
Is it the game Ready or Die?
Ready or Not.
Ready or Not, yeah. I'm
It
familiar
just
with
came out with a DLC for it, and it's $20 or $25 right now.
That's not bad.
But
I
it's a
heard
really
that they're doing a lot of censoring in the game.
It's censored, but you'll probably see that it's not that bad.
911, what's your emergency?
Compared to what it already is.
Have you ever seen a city topple like a house of cards? It's beautiful. Funny how fast everything just falls apart.
It's fine with a little bit of censorship, as you can see.
But we're not so different. We all break. Eventually. Some just make a little more noise doing it.
Man.
You call this chaos? I think of it as more of a correction.
Oh, Riot Shield, nice.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's such a good game, and I've played it since release. There are people who've been playing it since the crowdfunding,
Nice.
since the early access for the crowdfunding.
Yeah, that doesn't look like too bad of a game.
Super
As I've seen bits and pieces of it. It's to get this thing to run that, it needs a lot more work. This thing is, Jesus, it's a good 12 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
That's how old my Republic of Gamers laptop is. The desktop might be able to run that. It's going to depend after I drop this in the guy's lap and go, all right, how much is it going to cost to get this thing running?
Right.
Because my intention is, I mean, I wasn't really going to make the company
Once
announcement.
you do you have everything set up with your desktop, I do recommend at least having or like if you wanted to keep trying Linux, have it as sort of like a side project on your laptop, because that usually ends up working pretty well.
Well,
Because then you can have it as a side thing for like if you're going on a trip and want something to game on.
Yeah, I will wind up doing that because for the desktop, that's going to permanently be right here where we got all of this set up. Once I get the whole thing wrenched on and everything. And the laptop is going to be mobile because for the different venues, the different places we're going to be going to, it's impractical to lug that fucking thing around. It's a giant old ass Dell or a Ryzen or whatever the hell it is. You know, I haven't dicked with it in so long. I don't even remember which one it is, but it's a not as old higher tier computer. So it's comparable to this one, and I can use it for the video editing, the film editing, and if I can figure out how to get an actual antenna on it for the wireless internet, I can actually run the live streams and stuff off that. So I can stop having the damn webcam on a tripod, and I can just have a damn monitor in front of me, or in some type of mobile desk setup or something, and then boom, I don't have to worry about equipment falling over because I have these cats that are constantly climbing all over the place, or just me being, drunk and foolish and stupid or clumsy.
They're doing important cat stuff.
Yeah. Well, they're happy that they got themselves a new cat tower, so they're very happy about that. It's sizable. But yeah, that's pretty much what we've got going on. It's stuff that's in the works. It's just primarily the main thing I'm trying to get done right now is now that I at least have a basic setup, what content can I get rendered out that's been on the backlog and posted. So we've got both of those two videos, and then we've got everything from DC and Detroit that is going to be ready. The next time I can actually sit down and wrench on this damn thing without it cooking on me, because this damn ROG top runs very hot. So it's one of those wait and see type of deals as far as what else we can get done. Thankfully, the live streaming and doing recordings on StreamYard and then uploading them has been fairly easy, because the whole Laporte town hall meeting was about 3 hours and 20 minutes roughly. If we had caught the entire opening speech from the woman that leads the whole Facebook page of the NIPSCO Monopoly Madness group, would be going on, almost 4 hours. But we were kind of scrambling to go ahead and get it set up, because there wasn't okay, everyone, we're going to start in 5 minutes. It was everyone kind of sat down, got situated. The people that were speaking sat there, and then it was just this old woman goes up front and goes, all right, and then she starts immediately going off on a speech. I was like, crap, okay, we got to get to our seats. We got to get the web camera and all that stuff situated. A little bit of work, but it turned out good. So that's a work in progress with a whole lot of that.
Fun.
Yeah, no, it is good that it's working out. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass that our power company basically is possibly doing a lot of shady stuff. We're waiting for the investigation to go through, and that's going to take a while. And then the other thing is there's accusations of possibly BlackRock or Vanguard or Larry Fink himself investing heavily into the company, which might bring its own corruption and problems. But that's something I haven't been able to solidly verify yet. It's just word that's going around as far as it could be this thing, it could be that thing. The one thing I can say for certain is one of the other power companies that isn't NIPSCO, I believe it's one of the ones over by Indianapolis, Indiana, EAS, I think its name is. It's in the actual video on our Chaos Media Chicago YouTube channel. They do mention it. BlackRock is investing into that energy company's infrastructure, or into that energy company that's over taking care of Indianapolis and the areas around there. So, being that they're investing into one company, it would not be too far of a stretch for someone to go, oh, they've got one, surely they're going to get the others, But there hasn't been anything published by NIPSCO saying that they're in some type of corporate agreement. The only thing we know for certain is that they are trying to just deal with the transmission of energy, and they're outsourcing everything else, which has been causing lots of snafus. which might have the feral cat wrangler making an AI-rendered country song about merely shooting the Nipsco man, because they like to not tell you when they're going to go change your meter, which has gotten them mistaken for a possible drug addict on more than one occasion. So that has been very entertaining. Thankfully, it hasn't gotten into any major trouble, but just, this is why you tell people and you dial the 800 number for the complaints, hey, if you're going to do this, let me know. That way I don't wind up, mistaking your employees for a vagrant, and then, we're in a possible legal battle because there has been a negligent discharge and is serious bodily harm or worse, God forbid. You get down there.
Oh yeah. Harry Sisson says all of America misses President Biden.
Jesus. All right. The last topic that we have to go over is Chuck Norris passing away. You ready for that one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So our last topic for the night. Incredibly.
Yeah, I'm kind of starting to zone out and stuff.
That's fine. We're just about done. I know the company stuff is very boring. It's it's thankfully nothing you yourself have to worry about. You're the golden guest. You thank God don't have to set up all this crap and deal with the legalese. So you're okay. You don't deal with any of that. But regrettably,
I'm the slave labor.
It's not, that's funny.
What was that?
That's hilarious. They're saying that
I'm the free labor.
You're the free labor. My God. No. At the ripe age of 86, Chuck Norris has allowed himself to pass away because he's taken the fight directly to Satan.
He told death it was time.
Yeah, he told death it was time, and he's coming home. So, one thing that I discovered recently that was actually quite interesting is that Alex Jones actually interviewed Chuck Norris, which I actually did not know. So they did a little bit of a special on it.
Waging War on Corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Awaken America, martial arts master, actor, and political activist. We're also live at prisonplanet.tv, streaming from the studio. There is the book for folks watching. I don't want to waste any time with any more introduction. He is one of the few people that doesn't need one, kind of like Jesse Ventura, the governor, on with us last hour, coming down to an event I'm putting on Willie Nelson coming up later this month on the 26th. Chuck Norris, it is great to have you, sir.
Thanks, Alex. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
So much has happened. So much has been unfolding lately. I wanted to get your take first on the bailout that's going on right now.
I don't know if it's going to relieve the pressure on our citizens and our Americans. I'm all for it. It's so complicated, Alex, and unless you really delve into that to find out exactly what it's going to do, it's a very difficult situation to determine. And I just hope if they do pass the bill that it's not in vain. That we're just not going to waste another $1 trillion for unnecessarily. It's just I tell you, that's why I wrote this book. I really did a lot of research because I am so worried, like so many people in America are, about the future, about the direction our country's heading economically, and our national debt and illegal immigration and all these issues we're facing. And and research and doing all the research on this book here, and finding out that the founding fathers had a vision for America, and it was not corrupted by greed and power. And the politicians are so disconnected from the will of the people, we've got to do something about it, Alex. That's why in this book here I just give 8 major problems America's facing, and I give my own common sense solutions to solving these problems. The first chapter deals with I believe we've forgotten our roots and have drifted from the principles and belief that our country is founded upon. you know, and then the second chapter is about our national debt, you know, and then the third one's about our nation's borders and the illegal immigration, and going all the way down to I think we lost our moral compass in America, the devaluation of human life, killing of our children, and I talk about our health problems also. You know, I think we have a huge, serious health problem here in America. And
yeah, you talk about the trans fats and other chemicals in the food. I mean, even if you try to be healthy and eat that stuff, you're going to get sick because it's deadly.
The man was definitely ahead of his time, and this was in 2008. Yeah, October 1st, when Alex was interviewing him, talking about illegal immigration, the debt crisis, and how unhealthy food is. The one man that loves a damn good steak more than Ted Nugent is Chuck Norris. And they also wrote a very good article about him not too long after he passed as well. It was posted today. And I'll try and go through this briefly, because I know you're about ready to knock the hell out. And in general, I know Alex can be fairly long-winded. And thankfully, unlike most of the crap we show, he's not going to go ahead and file a complaint against us and flag us for going and showing this, you know. And thankfully, I don't think Mrs. Norris is going to get too upset about it because, well, we fucking like Chuck Norris. Got an American flag right here. I've got one right over there. You know, watch Delta Force and Predator.
Yeah, it is a shame that he's gone now.
Yeah, I thought he was going to live to see 95.
I don't know if you heard about this part, but like even in his old age, he was still like hiking mountains.
Oh, I believe it. I definitely believe that. Jesus. I think he was still offsetting Earth's gravity by doing push-ups until about like the last day he drew his breath.
Yeah, 85. He hiked. He hiked Lassen Peak.
Jesus. I don't know a lot of people hiking at that age.
And the crazy part is, hold on. And the crazy part is that is a 10,000 or an almost 10,500 foot active volcano in California.
An active volcano?
Yep.
Jesus. It's got balls.
And he did that at 85. Well, I mean, you know when, or you're usually warned when a volcanic eruption's about to happen.
I guess he saved the state of California by keeping that volcano at bay. Holy crap. My God. Jesus. The only man who can stop a
Usually,
volcanic
you know, a
eruption.
volcanic eruption's about to happen when there's like a sudden ton of seismic activity.
Yeah, usually there is a spike before they go. Yeah, like when Mount St. Helens went.
Yeah, like I said, I highly recommend Ready or Not.
I'll probably try that game out once I get this thing all wrenched on and like.
I definitely recommend buying it as soon as you can before the 26th, because it is $25 plus whatever other DLC you want with it. Yeah, there's no discount on the deluxe edition, but all the DLC is, or all the current DLC is a little bit off. They did 50% off for those. except for the new one.
Mm.
So like the first two, and then Ready or Not itself are all 50% off.
Not bad.
So altogether, it'd be like $35 to get the first two DLC and the game itself, while the new DLC Boiling Point is $10.
Not bad.
So what's next? I may just sign off if we're gonna stay here quietly.
Let me see here. Leave.
Oh yeah, there were some posts saying, or like kind of or posts and articles, like being stupid about Chuck Norris.
Yeah. You know, essentially the flack that got thrown towards Chuck's way was primarily people defaming him for being friends with Alex Jones. And in particular, his son made a film with InfoWars called Amerigeddon. It's actually not that bad of a B-rate movie. So since he isn't alive to sue them anymore, it's basically up to his estate to figure out what it is they're going to do. And that's primarily what it is how dare Chuck Norris be an evil right-winger? How dare he work with this tinfoil nut job over in Texas, you know? How dare he go ahead and make movies that aren't LGBTQ and so on?
Mm-hmm.
Like Chuck Norris's son, when he made this movie, basically made a very simple satirical action flick that would be better than Anne Ryan's Atlas Shrugged that she had to break into like 6 parts, or whoever decided to make the thing had to break it into 6 parts. He encapsulated it into one simple B-rate movie, and that was it. You know, and at the end, you know, America recovers from its collapse and Texas becomes a sovereign country again. You know, and all the main characters that are good guys make it out, and all the bad guys don't. You know, so they had to defame him for that because, you know, the greatest sin is, you know, they had to wait until the man died to attack him because they knew that if they were going to write anything defamatory, he'd basically blink and then they'd be erased from existence because he would have willed them away, because that's just the power that Chuck Norris has as an icon. Because I believe there was a video that went over that. Let me go ahead and try and find that. I think it was Chuck Norris talking to Goku, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, you want me to play that AI music video?
After I play this briefly, yes, because this should actually be relatively humorous. Let's see here. Share screen. Boom. Here we go.
So this is him, Chuck Norris, the strongest human on Earth.
God.
He doesn't look like much.
I heard that.
How? I whispered that in my mind.
I heard that too.
Yo, Chuck, are you as strong as they say?
I'll put it this way for you. I'm the only one that can see John Cena.
That's impossible. Well, if you're so strong, how many push-ups can you do?
All of them.
What? That's not even a number.
Numbers fear me.
Okay. How fast can you run?
I don't run. The earth moves under me.
Kakarot. He might actually be stronger than Jiren. All right, last question. What's your power level?
Yes.
What?
You heard me.
He's the real deal. You're definitely strong. Fight me.
Bring it on.
Prepare yourself, human. Kakarot, do not hold back.
This looks like something from a long time ago.
Did he just catch one of my punches with his butt cheeks?
Kakarot, that's peak divine aura. I was using negative percentage of my strength.
Negative? How is that even possible?
I hit myself during the fight. To give you two a fighting chance.
He did what? He damaged himself to make it fair.
You're welcome.
I've never felt so outclassed.
We didn't land a single punch.
Can we train with you?
No.
That's fair.
Hey yo, Goku and Vegeta pulled up thinking they was tough, but Chuck Norris hit himself just to make the fight even. He's different. Tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z, where the Saiyans learn you don't test a man who can see John Cena.
Alright, and that's the end of that. I thought it was fairly humorous.
So this song is about a elf girl VTuber by the name of Powder.
Alright, let's play it, and then after that, we'll wrap up the stream.
Are you ready?
Yep, got it up.
Calling
Go.
all V-tweeters and the left side sloppers. Ice and on these burns for the borderline hoppers. Based in fertile takes in this elf wife, elf life. Sisters and sisters bringing back the age.
A bit too much for me.
I'm the
It's funny.
Health department, logical booming, winning both sides, got them black and white dooming. They say I love Trump when he didn't build my wall. What do you think I said? Sorry, I meant call me a racist, fascist, nationalist grifter, bootlicking theocrat, literally Hitler, colonizer, Nazi, incel, bigot, white supremacist, privileged idiot, snowflake, pick me, toxic, homophobe, child troll, sexist, deplorable, xenophobe, shill, dog, whistling, transphobe, simp stand, alt-right, neocon, tyrant, yeah, and?
Not bad.
Yeah, they're not even sub, but I show up in their Twitter feed. They're tracking my cycle, it's the only chance they'll see me bleed. Turn my hair purple, cut it all short. I'm running up my numbers, minority report. The sound is bananas and my model is the rice. Cold full face bandanas, don't slip on the ice. Why wait for a woman join the TDS dens? Did I say 1,000? Sorry, I meant call me a racist, fascist, nationalist grifter, road-making theocrat, literally Hitler, colonizer, Nazi, incel, bigot, white supremacist, privileged idiot, snowflake, pick me, toxic.
She has a reaction to this video too. Whoops, accidentally. I'll pull up the reaction though, because I'll show a little bit of it, because it's actually kind of funny.
I like the video. That's funny as hell. Basically giving everyone the middle finger.
All right, I got it, and I'll pull it up now.
All right.
I'm not going to show the whole thing, just kind of how she sees it at first. She was playing Skyrim before she reacted to it. That's why she's got the setup there.
All right.
Nothing like the video, right?
I like the video.
Oh, Hammerhead!
I said nothing
Oh my
like
gosh,
the video.
why is it so hard to
Oh,
go?
nothing like the video. Oh, what she has right now, yeah.
Yeah,
There
her
we go.
avatar.
Hammerhead, nice to see you!
It's a bit different.
Trying to pull.
I can see some of the similarities, but not much.
All right. Hi, Marin. Hello. There we go.
Okay.
All right. This is called Yeah, and it's a Powder Fan AMV. Yay! Let me make sure you guys can see it all. All right, let's give it a watch. I'm excited. New Skybrows. Well, I think this one's made by not Skybrows, but it has to do with
His
the
name is, like,
Skybrows
Holy Ball.
universe. It's by the Holy Ball. The Holy Ball. Beefology, thank you so much. Thank you for the gifted subs.
And yes, she's
Thank
in
you,
the
thank you.
Skybrows multiverse.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Calling all V-tweeters and the left side slappers. I send them these burns for the borderline
Already dancing.
hoppers.
Wow!
Based in fertile takes in this elf wife, elf life. Sisters and sisters bringing back the age of strife.
Whoa.
Assembly of department, logical booming, winning both sides, got them black and white.
Hey!
Of Trump when he didn't build my wall. What do you think I said? Sorry, I meant call me a racist, fascist, nationalist, grifter, bootlicking theocrat.
It's basically just her kind of, moving her
I like
avatar.
that, though. That is funny. I don't give a damn what the hell you call me. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, and the title "Yet and" comes from like a Twitter exchange that she had.
A lot of these seem to
Forget
come
the
out of
exact
people
thing,
yelling
but
at each other over
she just
Twitter.
posted a picture of herself and said "Yeah and."
Yeah, no, I hear her on that one. It's funny how that blew up into a song.
Mm-hmm.
You always get accused of this and that and the other, and it's like, you take me to court already. The one thing I want to say to a whole bunch of these people, and it's part of the reason why this company is eventually getting a damn lawyer. Is if they shout, they bitch, they complain, they do all this stuff, and that's like, I'm still waiting for you to take me to court. Nobody's taken me or this company to court yet for all of the accusations of that. And on top of all that, we still got invited to the Democratic National Convention in Chicago by Ellie Carrata of the DNC. So, boogity boogity boo, yes, we're evil white supremacist Trump supporters, but we're at the DNC in Chicago.
Meanwhile, Hassan gets kicked out of the DNC.
Oh yeah, fucking love it. And Ed Krasenstein didn't even have the balls to show up. He's still in the Discord server. And it's like, dude, yeah, come. You should come here. Yeah, if that's your thing, I can set myself aside. Yeah, I'll fucking show you around so you don't get lost. Given as nuts as it is. Yeah, as much as I may not agree with the guy, no, he's going to be there. He's going to be at the DNC. Okay, he's getting on the virtual content creator program. I have to cooperate with him, And it's like, yeah, I'm the native. I'm going to be corralling all these people because Ellie sure as shit didn't. She could barely keep track of what the hell was going on. She's like, hey, are we allowed to get into the United Center? She's like, I'll get right back to you. And never did because she was busy as shit. And then it's like, yeah, no, that's a different program because they were horrible with the communication for that entire convention. And then it's kind of good we didn't get into the United Center because the fucking Black Bloc anarchists and all their friends tore down one of the Kevlar walls and just went right in.
For the party that really revolutionized using social media in their elections, they don't know how to do it anymore.
Not at all, no. They're kind of really just screwing it up. I had to tell everyone step by step if they're coming in for the virtual content creator program, if they're anyone that's associated to Ellie, how to get in because nothing was fucking organized there. And it's like, okay, I know I'm the right winger here, but what the hell? You people are killing me here. I don't mind, trying to show people around because yes, it's my city. That's fine. I can do that. I can set the politics aside. But when you literally have to practically hand me half the fucking program and go, okay, dude, we're going to have you just show people how you're going to get in and get out and so on. And we had to do this trial by fire because we're trying to figure out what the hell we're doing. It's like, it's terrible. We actually had a guy there who was a professional, was like, yes, I went to the other guys, the Republicans, and another one, and yeah, this was the worst organized event I've been to ever.
Yeah, I have a uncle who's very Republican. I've introduced him to Hassan content, and he's like, this guy's irrelevant. I'm like, bro, he's debated Charlie Kirk. And like he has more streamers than Charlie Kirk ever did in his streams. And I was like, if Hassan is irrelevant. Charlie Kirk is irrelevant.
True. And then, yeah. Regrettably, Hassan is still going strong despite all the insane things he's done.
Yeah.
Good Lord. You know, the fact that people are basically going after his wife and the company for absurd nonsense, thinking she's a robot.
Or that she's a Mossad asset or something.
No, that's... The only criticism I can really give is he was the man running everything, and she has big shoes to fill. She knows him very well, but he's gone, and everyone else is like, let's try this.
What do
let's
we do?
try that. Everyone's desperately trying to keep the ship running, so people are on occasion trying to write her some things that are going to sound decent, and it doesn't stick to the wall. Like the Shabbat Shalom thing that everyone was talking about, and it's like, yeah, I get what they're trying to do, but that landed horribly. But yeah, I believe that's it for the night. You got anything else, my dude?
Poop.
All right. Where is... There we go. All right. Well, good night, everyone. Pretty decent run. So we'll see if we can afford to upgrade next pay period, and we'll have more content.
Yippee.
Have a good night. Let's see how long it takes to actually click the end button for the process.